Today we'll discuss on firewall biasing. Firewall biasing is a common to base a firewall on a stand-alone machine running a common operating system such as Unix or Linux. Firewall functionality can also be implemented as a software module in a router or a local area network switch. Here we'll look at some additional firewall basing considerations. First one is Bastion host. Bastion host is a system identified by the firewall administrator as a critical strong point in the network security. Bastion host serves as a platform for an application level or circuit level gateway. Common characteristics of a Bastion host are as follows. First one is the Bastion host hardware platform executes a secure version of its operating system, making it a hardened system. Second one, only the services that the network administrator considers essential are installed on the Bastion host. This could include proxy applications for DNS, FTP, HTTP, and SMTP. Third one is the Bastion host may require additional authentication before a user is allowed access to the proxy services. In addition, each proxy service may require its own authentication before granting user access. Each proxy is configured to support only a subset of the standard application's command set. Each proxy is configured to allow access only to the specific host systems. This means that the limited command or feature set may be applied only to a subset of systems on the protected network. Next one is each proxy will maintain a detailed audit informations by logging all traffic for each connection and also duration of each connection. The audit log is an essential tool for discovering the terminating intruder attacks. Next character is each proxy module is a very small software package. This was specially designed for network security. Because of its relative simplicity, it is easier to check such modules for security flaws. For example, a Unix mail application may contain 20,000 lines of code, while a mail proxy may contain only lesser than 1000. Next character is each proxy is independent of other proxies on the Bastion host. If there is a problem with the operation of any proxy or if a feature vulnerability is discovered, it can be uninstalled without affecting the operation of the other proxy applications. If the user population requires support for a new service, the network administrator can easily install the required proxy on the Bastion host. A proxy generally performs no disk access other than to read its initial configuration file. Therefore, portion of the file system containing executable code can be made read-only. This makes it difficult for an instructor to install Trojan or snippers or other dangerous files on the Bastion host. Each proxy runs as a non-privileged user in a private and secure directory on the based host. Next one is host-based firewalls. This host-based firewall is a software module used to secure an individual host. Such modules are available in many operating systems or can be provided as an add-on package. Like conventional standalone firewalls, host resident firewalls filter and restrict the flow of packets. A common location for each firewall is a server. There are several advantages to the use of a server-based or workstation-based firewall. Filtering rules can be tailored to the host environment. Specific corporate security policies for servers can be implemented with different filters for servers used for different applications. Protection is also provided for independent of topology. Thus, both internal and external attacks must pass through this firewall. Used in conjunction with the standalone firewalls, the host-based firewall provides an additional layer of protection. A new type of server can be added to the network with its own firewall without the necessity of altering the network firewall configuration. Next firewall, it is called as a personal firewall. This personal firewall that will controls the traffic between personal computer or workstation on one side and the internet or enterprise network on the other side. Personal firewall functionality can be used in the home environment and also in the corporate intranets. The personal firewall is a software module on the personal computer. In a home environment with multiple computers that are connected to the internet, firewall functionality can also be housed in a router that connects all of the home computers to a DSL cable modem or other internet interface. Personal firewalls are typically much less complex than either server-based firewalls or standalone firewalls. The primary role of the personal firewall is to deny unauthorized remote access to the computer. The firewall can also monitor outgoing activity in an attempt to detect and also block worms and other malware. For example, personal firewall is the capability built into the Mac operating system, X operating system. When the user enables this personal firewall in a Mac operating system, all inbound connections are detained except for those the user explicitly permits. This figure shows the simple interface, the list of inbound services that can be selectively re-enabled with their port numbers, including the following. One is called as a personal file sharing, Second one is window sharing. Third one is called as a personal web sharing. Fourth one is remote login. Fifth one is FTP access. Next one is remote Apple events. Next is printer sharing. Next is iChart render visors. Next is iTunes music sharing. And then the last one is called as a CVS. To use the FTP to retrieve these files while the firewall is on, enable passive FTP mode using the Proxies 2 tab in Network Preferences. Guntela or LimeWire, ICQ, IRC, MSN